North Korea conducted a huge live-fire military drill this morning. The show of force was part of a birthday celebration for North Korea's military.
The drill happened as the U.S., South Korea, and Japan started new military exercises. The U.S. aircraft carrier Carl Vinson is moving closer to South Korea. Adriana Diaz is in Beijing with the escalating showdown. Adriana, good morning.
Good morning. In addition to beefing up America's military presence near North Korea, President Trump is also ramping up his war of words. Monday, he said Kim Jong-un is not as strong militarily as he says, and also blamed the international community for not doing more to rein him in.
The status quo in North Korea is also unacceptable.
At the White House on Monday, President Trump scolded members of the UN Security Council for falling short in their dealings with North Korea.
The Council must be prepared to impose additional and stronger sanctions.
In a show of force intended to send a warning to North Korea, the USS Carl Vinson strike group, along with 2 Japanese destroyers, are rapidly approaching the Korean peninsula. There, they'll be joined by South Korean ships. The USS Michigan, a nuclear-powered submarine, also arrived in the port city of Busan today. Angered by the buildup and the threat of further sanctions, the regime has stepped up its rhetoric, unveiling new weapons while lashing out at its adversaries. North Korean state media called the military movements extremely dangerous, saying the U.S. should consider carefully any catastrophic consequence.
This raises the stakes.
Analyst Jonathan Pollock says the White House needs to proceed cautiously,
with the United States and others talking far too loosely about the prospects of a preemptive strike. That's what would trigger retaliatory actions by North Korea.
It's also been 3 days since Korean-American professor Tony Kim was detained at Pyongyang airport. Kim joins 2 other Americans being held by the regime.
We could stumble needlessly into what would be the biggest crisis in East Asia since the United States intervened in the Korean War in 1950.
To avoid that, President Trump is working closely with China. He's already spoken to China's president twice in the past 2 weeks. Tomorrow, the full U.S. Senate will be briefed on North Korea by administration officials at the White House. Alex?
Adriana Diaz in Beijing, thanks.